But you heard about Travis Hunter and his fiance?
Yes, I have. And I saw that comedian Godfrey had responded to the news that Travis Hunter was engaged and that it had been purported that his fiance uh, had stated that he originally was not her type, but
Mm-hmm.
that he had, and I'm
That's true.
paraphrasing here, he had since that time won her over.
Hmm.
And with them being engaged, it appears that marriage will be coming at some point in the future, and there didn't seem to be any conversation surrounding a prenuptial agreement. There had been rumors that Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, had tried to communicate with Travis Hunter that you might just want to slow down a little bit.
Mm.
Not to say that she's
I
not a
believe
nice
that.
lady,
I
not to say
believe that.
she's not the one, but
Umar
you're
being very,
moving
very,
kind of fast. I
he
mean,
being careful with
I'm
his
saying
words.
now, to be the number one football player in the country or number
Facts.
two,
Facts.
depending on how you rank him and Shador Sanders. And by the way, both of them are my two favorite college football players and will probably be my two favorite NFL players if they don't start.
And, let me preface this by saying that you all know that I don't always agree with Umar Johnson. And I don't know what he's going to say yet because I haven't seen the video. I'm reacting to it in real time. But I do remember Umar Johnson criticizing Coach Prime for walking away from an HBCU that was allegedly robbing him out of money and going over to Colorado. I just want to point that out. So let's continue.
If they don't start bunny
Not
hopping.
like he did a good
But
job.
anyhow, you have not played an NFL game.
Mm.
You have not even been through the NFL draft. You
He
have
already rich,
no
though.
idea of the type of women you're going to meet whenever you get to whatever team that you're going to play for.
NIL deal
He's
hit.
still a child. You only been in Boulder, Colorado, and you've been in Jackson, Mississippi. Why not give yourself some time to explore life before you just jump the hoop with this woman? And I'm not going to say nothing against the young lady. She might be a nice young lady. Obviously, I have issues with it because I believe black men should be married to black women. And this looks like it's going to be another tragic tale of another multi-million-dollar black athlete who sooner or later is going to get divorced and his non-black wife is going to run off with all of his career earnings, as we've seen with so many other athletes and continue to see on a regular basis. So I'm not for it at all. But again, I'm not besmirching her character. I'm sure she's a fine young lady.
He just did. He just did. He literally just did. Low key. And listen, I'm not saying that he's wrong or that he's not potentially wrong. I don't want to wish that on a young bull. I don't. I just seen a clip where he was on his own channel and he said that if he was able to relive any moment, it would be the first date that he had with his now fiance. That boy is so green. The world can see how green that he is. And for whatever reason, he ain't looking at not nothing. If I could get the women on the panel on Monday night to not pay attention to the comments as much as Travis Hunter is not paying attention to what people are talking about when it comes to all of the red flags and all of the warning signs of rocking out with this girl. Boy, oh boy. And again, I don't want to wish that on a young bull, but it's almost like it gotta happen to him. Hopefully it the only thing that you can tell Travis Hunter at this point is to get a prenuptial agreement and make sure that it's ironclad. Make sure she gets her own lawyer, that they live with it for 6 months prior to getting married. The whole 9 yards. It doesn't mean that it wouldn't go left, and it doesn't mean that he's gonna get divorced. Because again, you can hope for the best, prepare for the worst, give advice. I would not, if I'm him, if I'm the number one football player in the country, ain't no way in the world that I would be getting married to a woman that said that she wasn't interested in me until all of this other stuff and he wasn't her type and all of this. Now all of a sudden he her type. Jesus Christ.
But for him to be engaged already, and for
Crazy.
him to be about to get married, and he doesn't even have a prenuptial agreement, Are you out of your mind, Travis Hunter?
Facts.
No disrespect to the young brother. I'm a fan. But bruh, slow this down. Put the marriage on ice. I need him to put that marriage on ice for about 2 or 3 years and don't have any children out of wedlock while that marriage is on ice. My fear, Art, is he's going to run into the queen of his dreams and it's going to be too late.
He already did. He already did. He already did. You should see the way Umar got to do his research.
Too late. So I just think the brother moving too fast. So many of our black athletes, they run into these non-black women in college, and they just think that that's what their life is all about. She's the best thing since life bred, not to demean any woman of any culture, but we should be with our own women. And one thing I appreciate about Deion Sanders, although I'm still not happy with the move he made to Colorado, making all that money for a predominantly white college that does nothing for black people. But nonetheless, one thing I do respect about Coach Prime, you don't see his sons doing that. You don't see Shador and the other brother, the cornerback or the safety, the other Sanders, what's his name?
Shallow
Sanders. Shout out to Shallow. Forgive me for forgetting your name there, young Prince. But you don't see Shador and Shallow being all booed up with no girl in college. You notice that? You always see them by themselves.
Stay focused.
You don't see them. I've never seen any photo of either one of them, Shador or Shallow, booed up with any girl, black or white, in college because they father not having that. Deion Sanders knows how this goes. He knows how women will try to hitch their cart to your wagon.
Considering that, right? And shout out to Art of Dialogue. This dude been on it. He been killing it for a long time now. Considering that, I wonder if Travis Hunter, I'm trying to understand what his family structure is like. You know what I'm saying? That it begs more questions like, do he have a strong father in his life outside of the influence from Deion Sanders? What is his mom like? Did he grow up in a single parent household? I'm just curious. He's a well-spoken young man. When I seen him describe his regimen of how he stay focused and keep his body and how he takes so many naps and don't get involved in no nonsense and all of that, I think he is an incredible young man. It would just be such a tragedy because so many young guys and so many men in general are blinded by some of the people that's in their life. I would just be curious about that.
And he knows how this goes. And I think he had to sit down with Shiloh and Shador and said, listen, y'all can have all the fun y'all want. You better be protecting yourself and you better not be getting booed up with no woman. You built this. We built this. If you're going to choose a woman, you're going to choose her with this head, not the other one. And so I appreciate Deion Sanders for not allowing his sons to fall into the same trap that it appears Travis Hunter has fallen into. It's such a shame. Such a shame. So unfortunate to be that great and to still be a victim of the Snow Bunny crisis. It's just ridiculous. Now, some people are saying she's mixed race. Some people are saying she got a black mom.
It don't matter what she is. He's still stuck on the identity politics of whether she a black girl or a white girl or whatever she is. It's the fact that he's so blind as a young man to what is about to possibly happen to him from a woman. It wouldn't matter if she was black or she was white or she was mixed or any of that stuff. None of that matters to me. What I see is a dude that is green. He is green. He can't see past this chick. I hope it work out for him. That's all I can say.
Black dad, but that doesn't mean anything to me because as you know, although I consider mixed race Africans to be black,
never go against
as long as they identify full time,
he would never go against
I have seen no evidence that Travis Hunter's girlfriend has ever identified as a black woman, ever. So even if she's biologically African and has a black parent, for me and most Pan-Africanists, you have to not only be biologically black, you have to be psychologically black. And I haven't seen any proof at all that Travis Hunter's girlfriend identifies as a black woman. But again, no disrespect to her. This is no hate to her. All we saying is we want to keep black money in the black community and we want to keep black celebrities with our own black women. It's just a self-love thing. It has nothing to do with hate. And I just hope the brother wakes up and realizes what's going on before she takes half of what he's about to earn.
This is where we disagree. I align with that sentiment because I think that people should go where they appreciate it and celebrate it, not where they tolerate it. That doesn't apply to Travis Hunter, as it appears that she got with him after realizing that it was Travis Hunter. And so she made an executive business decision, which Travis Hunter should be making an executive business decision, but she probably do everything that he won't because she making an investment in her future. And she probably blocking off got the hater blockers off, like get off of me, and trying to get to that bag, trying to get to the finish line.
Yeah.
As intelligent as Travis Hunter is, I would like to think that he will make a smart decision from a business perspective because he's made so many of them thus far. Hopefully, he is getting his business affairs in order, including a prenup, prior to getting involved in this situationship. Hopefully, he is. Hopefully, God willing, hopefully he is getting his ducks in a row and we just don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what y'all think inside of the comments about what Umar says. I 95% agree with him on this one. Outside of it got to be married to a black woman. I think you should marry whoever it is that you want. Just don't be green behind the ears. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. T. Hanley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life.